Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Capricorn January 2020 horoscope forecast part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is as far as January goes, the sun will be in Capricorn from the 1st until the 20th. So the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Well, at this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on the self, the physical body, first impressions, the early childhood. It could be people that were prominent in your early childhood, a grandmother even. This could also be about making first impressions and one's outer demeanor and how you're coming across to others. Now, given that this is Capricorn energy, a lot of this may be done with a lot of seriousness, a lot of very strong single-mindedness, a lot of rigidity, and even intransigence, but at the same time, very business-like, professional manner, given we're talking about Capricorn energy, and very orthodox energy as well. Given that this is the sun in you're talking about the first house being emphasized and highlighted, you may have more abundance and surfeit of energy, more so than usual at this time. And some cases, there could be a focus on a physical issue at this time, especially if this is actually hitting the actual first house in one's chart, such as something Capricorn related, like the knees, the bones, the joints, the hamstrings, or may even be an eye related issue, given that the sun rules either the left or right eye, depending on gender. And it could be one of a serious nature as well, and it might be, Capricorn energy could be somewhat enduring, so it's something just to be careful of at this time, Capricorn. Next thing up, as far as January goes, the sun will be in Aquarius from the 20th until the 31st, so the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on one's finances, monetary matters, resources, possessions, one's self-worth, self-esteem, how one feels about oneself, and buying and selling. And given that this is Aquarius energy, a lot of this may be done with a lot of selflessness, a lot of consideration. And given that, especially like with matters with finances, more selfless energy, more so than usual, you may be focused on at this time, Capricorn. Could also be done very unorthodox manner. There might be a focus on generating income in just ways that you maybe have not really tried before, Capricorn. It could also be a time when you're talking about, sun astrology could be about shining the light on something. This could be about shining the light, so to speak, on an Aquarius type, Aquarius-like possession, such as something that some innovation or some computer electronic item. It could be a radio-controlled item, anything, or something with astronomy or astrology, anything that could be associated with Aquarius at this time. It could even be some model rocket, anything associated with this. It could be something that you might have been looking for some time, and the sun can have a tendency again to shine the light on something. And also there could be a strong focus on some Aquarius-like, values such as independence, freedom, being innovative, being very unique. So showing selfless energy, humanitarianism. So anyway. And also maybe it could be a focus on friendships at this time that you very strongly value. Excuse me. Next thing up is there's going to be a full moon lunar eclipse in Cancer on January 10th. So the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, as I've stated in previous videos, you're talking about lunar eclipses in astrology. They can be, I see them as they could be serendipitous. It can be something that might start out as something negative but may manifest into something positive. This could be something because endings can often signify new beginnings. This could be a time for you, Capricorn, where maybe somebody, and maybe an important friendship, even a significant other, or maybe even in some cases a grandmother you may have nurtured, showed protection for, given some safety and security, shown a lot of sympathy toward, may depart at this around this time. And it could be something where at the same time, on a positive end, this might free yourself up to really to maybe nurture maybe some other, it could be another person you may have neglected at this time, or even or maybe it could be a time where you're actually able to tenaciously pursue, in some cases, a significant other, at least one that would really be suitable for you. If this is the departure of a significant other, it can be a time where you might be able to tenaciously pursue another significant other, or even nurture other relationships that maybe you have been neglecting, or maybe even somebody in a strong connection might be able to start showing some sympathy and care toward you, and allowing that at this time. Because full moon lunar eclipses, that could be about when revelations and unveilings of what would become cognizant of at this time. And it might be a time where you become more cognizant of needing somebody to really nurture you and give you protection and show unequivocal love, and somebody that can show you unequivocal love and understanding. You may need it at this time. In some other cases, this could simply be like a completion or culmination of a Cancerian type business partnership or connection. Something, it could be with home caregiving, or something with home remodeling, renovation, real estate, something connected with cooking or culinary work. It could also be a time too where you might become very, tired, full, exasperated, so to speak. Maybe something that might be a person, a significant other, a grandmother, an important friendship, that somebody that might be overly temperamental, moody, overly sensitive to criticism and ridicule, a person that might be somewhat overly emotional, or somebody that's overly introverted or withdrawn. Now, in some cases too, looking at this could also be about this is just about simple. It could be a family, member, or someone you're close to home with might be revealed as an open adversary. And this could be, you're talking about lunar eclipses in astrology where they could have life-altering implications. This could be something that could be a very powerful moment in discovery, and it might have been somebody that you were under impression with that really did care about you, and maybe was really somebody that really wasn't, and wasn't that all that they seem, and they're being revealed and unveiled at this time as this, or even just the general revelation or unveiling of a Cancerian open enemy or adversary. It could be a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Cancerian characteristics. Next thing up, there will be a new moon in Aquarius on January 24th. So the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, in some cases, this could simply manifest in some kind of a new Aquarius money-making endeavor. It could be something connected with computers, electronics, aerospace, even rocket science, something with astrology or esoteric subjects. It could be something with innovation. It might just simply be a new Aquarius purchase you may make at this time. It could be something with computers, electronics, radio-controlled items, something, could be buying a telescope or anything astronomical related, astronomy related. And also a new Aquarius. It could be a new Aquarius that may be person you might even value at this time. Again, it could be Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Aquarius characteristics at this time, or even a new period of showing selflessness in monetary matters at this time, and showing, because money, Aquarius energy can be very selfless, but it could also be an unpredictable or unanticipated expenditure might take place at this time. That is something that is new, that maybe, excuse me, that you never had before. So anyway, now next thing up, well, Mercury will be in Capricorn as far as January goes, from the 1st until the 16th. So the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, Capricorn, you might come across as more voluble, more loquacious, and talkative than usual on a first impression. You might find yourself talking about yourself, somewhat talking about your Capricornian traits, such as being very orthodox, conventional, methodical, person that's got perhaps very good business acumen, a person that can be very responsible, structured, and disciplined. Hold on a moment, people. Could also be about the communication of Capricorn, like new beginnings, such as doing something with business or politics or the government, general mundane work, even information technology, accounting, dentistry, anything that could be Capricorn related. But keep in mind too, people, that Mercury can, as I've stated in previous videos, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Capricorn characteristics. And they could be people that are very instrumental in your new beginnings and your outlook on how you maybe your outer demeanor or making first impressions on others matters with a grandmother, maybe people that you knew from your early childhood, and also matters with your physical body as well. They might figure in more prominently as far as that goes. Now, the thing about this is whether they're more to your detriment or more beneficial. A lot of that could be predicated and dependent on aspects that are made to points in your chart. If, let's say, if this transit's making a sextile or trine to your natal Jupiter, they could be rather auspicious in these matters. But let's say it makes an adverse aspect to your natal Saturn, it might go in the other direction, cause some loss and grief and sorrow and limitation perhaps in these matters. So anyway, next thing up, well, Mercury will be in Aquarius as far as January goes from the 16th until the 31st. So the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, well, your mind may be dominated by making money. At this time, it might be done using some ingenuity. It could be about the formulation of a very new and unique financial plan. At this time, and you might find yourself talking and communicating about Aquarius-like values such as independence, freedom, being unorthodox, showing selflessness, humanitarianism, being unconventional, future-oriented, anything that could be Aquarius related at this time. And it could also be a time too where you might find at this time as well, this could also be talking about Aquarius like possessions you may have, and it could be something associated with computers, electronics, astrology, astronomy, innovations at this time. And also too, and also you might feel like as far as what you want to learn at this time, it could be things that are very new, unique, and different at this time. Things that you really, things that are associated with computers, electronics, anything Aquarius related, learning about new technology, innovations, and it could be something that you very strongly value, and also communicating about new ideas, new concepts, perhaps that in being knowledgeable about them might play a very strong role in your self-esteem and your self-worth. And again, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Aquarius characteristics that might figure more prominently in your self-worth, your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, monetary matters, possessions, resources, and whether they're more beneficial or to your detriment. A lot of that could be predicated and dependent on aspects that are made to points in your chart. A sextile trine your natal Jupiter, they might be more auspicious in these matters, but let's say an adverse aspect to your natal Saturn may be going in the other direction, might be causing some loss or sorrow or even limitation, despondency in these matters. So anyway, next thing up, well, Venus will be in Aquarius as far as January goes from the 1st until the 13th. So the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, Capricorn, it might be a very good period for making and generating income doing something unique, something you haven't done before, going outside the box, so to speak, or it could be something Aquarius related, such as something with computers, electronics, innovation, something with ingenuity. It could be about the formulation of a new financial plan at this time. Um, those are some ways that this could manifest and pan out. And if you're unattached at this time, Capricorn, it could be a time where you might connect with an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Aquarius-like characteristics that might figure more prominently in your self-worth, your values, how you feel about yourself, monetary matters, possessions, your resources at this time. So those are some ways that this could manifest and pan out. This could also be about the strong love of Aquarius-like possessions that you may have at this time. Now, last but not least, Venus will be in Pisces as far as January goes, from the 13th until the 31st. So the third house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, this could be about wanting, desiring a lot of peace and tranquility with neighbors at this time, and matters with cousins and also siblings, and really being very idealistic regarding this as well, and also enjoyment of showing compassion toward these people. It could be about valuing compassion, altruism, and self-sacrifice with third house people at this time, such as neighbors, cousins, siblings, people that were prominent in your early education, perhaps people that you know in your short journeys. And it could be showing self-sacrifice in short journeys, such as running errands for people, not anticipating an abundance in return, if anything. It could also be at this time too, if you're unattached at this time, Capricorn, you may connect with a Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Pisces traits at this time. And it could be somebody prominent in your communications, somebody that might be in your neighborhood. It could be someone from your early education, such as a childhood sweetheart. And since we're talking about third house energy, it could be somebody that might even be younger than you at this time as well. So those are some of the ways this could manifest and pan out this time. It could also be about the enjoyment of Pisces things being communicated, love of Piscean type communication, such as talking about the metaphysical, which includes astrology, poetry, dancing, photography, chemistry, boating, anything associated with water at this time. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.